Thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm China Green. Special Counsel Jack Smith has filed a motion to dismiss the federal criminal case against President-elect Donald Trump in connection with his efforts to overturn his 2020 presidential election loss, which led to the deadly January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Smith's office wrote in that filing today that it's seeking to dismiss the charges in line with the Justice Department's longstanding position that it can't charge a sitting president. In a statement, a Trump spokesperson called the decision, quote, a major victory for the rule of law. The Justice Department previously said it planned to wind down its cases against Trump ahead of his inauguration. Smith and his team also plan to resign before Trump takes office. Millions of people across the country will be traveling by air this Thanksgiving holiday, and that includes thousands of Oregonians. Daisy Caballero joins us live from PDX. Daisy, how are things going out there?
Hey, China. Yeah, things are going great, and airport staff say that they're expecting to see a record number of travelers this week. We're talking 350,000 people or more flying in and out of the Portland airport. Now, the Port of Portland says this is a 3.5% increase over last year. So if this is you, here are a few tips for a smooth travel day. Arrive 2 hours early for domestic flights and 2.5 hours for international travel. Keep in mind, though, rush hour at the Portland airport is from 5 to 9 a.m. There are still 2 main security checkpoints, and the concourses are still the same, though give yourself extra time if you're traveling through B and E because of ongoing construction. We caught up with a few people ahead of the peak travel days ahead. How's it been so far today?
Fabulous, yeah. The airport's been pretty reasonably clear and easy.
Yeah, after watching the news, I thought there'd be people all over the place, but not so much.
And according to AAA, about 90% of travelers, including nearly 1 million Oregonians, will drive to their Thanksgiving destinations. The busiest days on the road are going to be Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon before the holiday, and again on Sunday and Monday afternoon. Now, AAA is also saying that Oregonians will be saving 50 to 60 cents a gallon for this year compared to 2023, making it the lowest gas prices this year. China, back to you.
All right, Daisy Caballero reporting live from PDX this afternoon. Going now to Rod Hill. Rod, I'm pretty sure you've been saying that the holiday travel days should be clear.
Yeah, it should be all dry here locally. And in the news's defense, the lady who said, hey, there's nobody here. Well, it is only Monday. Here's a look at our low pressure system offshore. This is the one that still is expected to dissolve and go bye-bye during the day tomorrow. That will be ending the threat of any precipitation for us, and we will be dry on Wednesday and dry on Thanksgiving itself. We're still watching the heavier effects of moisture moving into California, but the Siskiyou Summit on I-5 into California from Oregon, I just checked, it's in the mid-30s. It's all clear pavement, and I'm not noticing any issues out over the Blue Mountains here. The precipitation you're looking at is scattered and mostly light inland at this time, and we haven't had much up and down I-5. It's been a fairly dry day so far in Salem, Portland, all the way up into Longview, and outside of a scattered shower passing. I expect that to continue this afternoon. We're getting some sun. Here's Snookwind's Casino Resort camera in Lincoln City. Some blue. The Gorge has light winds and a little bit of blue from the back patio there at Cathedral Ridge Winery. And downtown Portland, a little bit of blue poking through. It's 51, no complaints there. We'll see steady temperatures the remainder of this afternoon, 50, 51, 52 degrees. More on the entire holiday weekend coming up, of course, in my 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Rod. Now at noon, search and rescue efforts continue near Welch's. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office says 61-year-old Susan Lane Fournier, also known as Phoenix, is missing along with her 2 dogs. Her truck was found not far from a hiking trail. Our Ashley Graham joins us live now. Ashley, what can you tell us about the teams out there right now?
So this is the main meeting point for search and rescue teams, for volunteers, and the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office, who's actually seen a couple of cars pull up here in just the last few minutes. But the search and rescue efforts are actually focused a few miles away. Now, this is East Salmon River Road. A few miles this way is where that truck was found, Susan's truck, on the side of the road. Now, we got a few photos of Susan from a friend. We want to show you those now. The Sheriff's Office says she was reported missing after not showing up to work on Friday. She's 5'2" with reddish brown hair. Her dogs are a larger Malinois mix, and while deputies say she was familiar with the area, they don't know if she was prepared to stay outside overnight.
She's a little bit of an eccentric, but everyone up here on this mountain is a little eccentric. But she's just the most kindest, most loving person. I mean, you will not hear anyone say a bad word about Phoenix.
Now here's a look at the area where the search is taking place. This is where Susan's car was found, a white 1992 Ford near the Green Canyon Way Trail. It's heavily wooded and not far from the Salmon River. Now back here at this command post, we expect these volunteers, these search and rescue teams, to continue to search throughout the day. Now if you know anything about Susan or her two dogs, you're asked to call the Clackamas County Sheriff.
Our Ashley Graham's reporting live near Welch's. Thank you, Ashley. In other news, tonight the St. Helens School District Board of Directors will meet to consider appointing an acting superintendent. This comes after a current and former high school teacher were each arrested and charged with child sex abuse. That case sparked investigations by the state into 6 other staff members and administrators. The district superintendent and the high school principal were also placed on administrative leave. Yesterday in a statement, the district said that the acting superintendent will work with investigators while also maintaining day-to-day operations. The meeting is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. tonight. And teachers in Albany are continuing their strike today. According to the union, the district has announced that starting on December 1st, they would not continue funding health care coverage for striking teachers. The union has called the move a pressure tactic. The Oregon Education Association, the parent organization of the union, said that it would cover health care costs if a deal to end the strike is not reached before the district stops paying. The union says a new policy on classroom sizes and adequate staffing are the remaining issues preventing them to reach a deal with the district here. Teachers are striking outside of all 21 schools today, and 2 community forums are set for tonight. And the union representing more than 1,000 new season workers announced a one-day strike set for the day before Thanksgiving. The Wednesday strike will affect 10 Portland locations and 1 in Beaverton. The new season's labor union has been bargaining since the beginning of last year over pay and benefits. The union also filed unfair labor practice charges against New Season, which the chain believes are all unfounded. In a statement to KGW, New Season said that it is approaching the bargaining table in good faith and that first-time contracts are challenging, especially with newly formed unions. A Beaverton teen is fighting for her life after she was shot last week. 16-year-old Naomi Briggs was out late with her friends when the shooting happened. Laura Beth spoke with her family, who hasn't left the hospital, as they try to piece together what happened.
This is 16-year-old Naomi Briggs.
Her soul has just always been so pure, so it's just, how does something like this happen to somebody like that?
Early Thursday, just before 5 in the morning, Naomi was with her friends in southwest Beaverton when she was shot.
I just couldn't believe it for a second, really.
3 days and 4 surgeries later,
It's a little traumatic, you know, seeing your loved one like that.
Naomi is still fighting for her life in the ICU.
And I kind of do feel like it's a nightmare.
Her mother, Andrea, hasn't left the hospital.
I'm still in shock. I never thought this would happen, ever.
Beaverton police aren't releasing many details about the shooting or what led up to it. According to court documents, 18-year-old Sky Corbett had the gun. He was arrested and is facing charges of assault in the 3rd degree and unlawful possession of a firearm. Naomi's mother, Andrea, tells us Sky was giving her daughter a ride home when his gun went off. That's when Naomi sent Andrea these text messages that read, "I got shot. Mama, please help me."
I woke up to that text message saying that she had been shot, and I'm like, but her phone was off.
Naomi was shot in the stomach and rushed to OHSU.
The doctor did tell me there was a chance she might not make it, and so it's just been a struggle.
This GoFundMe is now set up to help with medical bills.
Yes, hold on to your kids. You never know, like, what's going to happen.
I think that people need to know guns are not a game. They're not, you know, it seems like they're cool and fun until something like this happens.
Sky Corbett has been released from jail and he is due back in court December 2nd. Blair Best, KGW News.